Are we there? Let's see, let's check. My channel, live, sorry. Oh, perfect. We're here. Are we there? Yeah. Well, hello everyone. I'm Igor, and today we got quite cold out there, and that's why I want to decide. I decided to drink some tea and to show how I made some basic Houdini scene. I made this yesterday, like daily wise. So this is effect is quite simple. We have the rotation parts that after it assembles to our geometry. It's fast, basic. I mean, like it will take us within 10 minutes just to recreate this scene. So let's go. We're in Houdini. First of all, we need to create geometry. Here we will use test geometry that goes with the Houdini. It's rubber toy, our classy. But after it, like we can change any geometry and we can change any figure or model, and we can achieve the same effect. So first of all, I want to fracture it. And to fracture, we need to distribute some points inside the geometry. So we got this fog volume, which we will use to scatter the actual points. We'll use the scatter nodes. We don't need that much particle. I think we can start with 25, it will be okay. And after, our magic node, which is called Voronoi fracture. You cannot see it right now, but if we will use our explode view, you could probably see how we have fractured our rubber toy. So, yep, perfect. So we've got our pieces ready for our simulation. We'll create a null to be more organized, and we'll call it outsim. So first of all, I want to show you how actually RBD fracture works. So I just get our guy a little bit up so he can fall on the floor, just to show you the dynamics and how actually it will crash. We can create a system of RBD object manually, but for this course, for this tutorial, I will just use this shelf node. I mean, usually I don't use them because usually you have to control everything that you create, like behavior of the particles, behavior of simulations, behavior of everything. But for now, we just need this toy to be fractured. So we will use this RBD fractured object in rigid bodies, and we will use RBD packed object. Yep. So if we push play, sorry, we didn't plug our ground, our floor to the simulation system. So we'll create static object. This order is quite important because like it reads from left to right on this merge node. So he will read first floor, and after he will read our test geometry. Yeah, so we will assign the SOP as our grid, our floor, and right now you can see, bam, it's fractured. So it's working, but for this case we don't need a floor, we don't need a grid, and also what we don't need is gravity, because as I showed you before, our particles are just rotating without any gravity. So what we need for now is to create some axis forces. Here, where we got our solver, you can see that we've got pre-solve and post-solve. So all forces that we want to use, like for our particles, we will plug into pre-solve. So first of all, we can create pop force. It's usual force, as you can see. So add some amplitude, down some swirl, and that's what happens. Nice, but we need them to stay in place and also to rotate. And that's why we will use pop axis force. You can see this gimbal. Yeah. So we need to get it a little bit up. Also, we need to prolong it. And radius a bit bigger. Yeah. Yeah, speed. So orbit speed. Let's try 10. Suction speed. We also need to raise it a little bit, but we'll use actually a different pop force for to keep our pieces like all together. Let's see what we've got right now. Woohoo! And we are almost there. So for the particles, not to keep their position, we usually use pop drag force. Pop drag spin, pop drag. It's an opposite force for our movement. So if you can see right now, those pieces are trying to stay in the place. But what we need, I think, is to increase this air resistance a bit. Yeah, so also what I'm thinking about is just to increase orbit speed because we need to move it faster. Yeah. I can't remember what exact values I used like in my video, but you can try your old values like and just play with all these speeds. Maybe yeah, it just depends on your taste and your artistic skills. So again, let's try to raise our orbit speed. I just want those guys to fly a little bit faster. Yeah, and also what I don't like when they are going out of the our axis force, they're just losing this rotation momentum. Yeah, yeah, that one is better. Okay, let's do it this way. Moment. Yes, that is what we need. So after it, when we've got this animation, I will suggest to change it to 200 frames. So all our simulation imported in this dot import node. What we need, first of all, to save our project. The reason I need to do it because I need to RBD test stream 2. Yeah. The reason why we need it is to put our cache to the disk. It doesn't matter, you can use labs file cache or usual file cache. It's not a big difference between them. So safety disk. There are only 25 parts as you saw as we started, and that's why caching is, happens in a second. So we've got like a sequence of file when we've got this simulation stored in our cache. 45 pieces. So the next thing that I want to do is to retime it. So I want to reverse the speed. And it's always a problem. So time shift. Yeah, the scene, it's like the old trick that we are all using. I've got 200 frames, and if I want to reverse it, I will use the simple formula. So we've got 200 frames, and we exclude the number of frames that is going. So for example, we've got frame first, he will take the last frame from our cache simulation, if you understand. And when we add the last, yeah, at the last frame, it will take the first because the frame is 199 and we exclude it from 200 and we've got first frame. I hope it's quite, I mean, like, it's not that hard to understand. Yep, so we've got this guy assembled. after I want to change the speed, because it's nice when it's rotating, and I want like it to, so it's rotating with the usual speed of 1. Yeah, and after it I want him to quickly assemble, so we'll just change the speed to 5, for example. Let's see. Oops, what happened? Sorry for that. Again, lab simple retime. No, we need just to change the speed. So retime, yep, by speed. Yes, exactly. So we got frame 1. Oh yeah, I forgot to change the input frame. That was a problem. So it will rotate for 4 seconds, and after it, we drastically, like here, we'll change speed to 5. Let's see how it goes. So we got rotation, 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 and yeah, maybe even faster. Let's try speed of 6. So let's see what we got. Okay. Yeah, the next scene that I want to do is just to position our camera, which will face like this direction. And yep, we will change our resolution as we used to post it on the Instagram to 1080 1120. Yeah, vertical. Also, I need to change focal length because 50, like for this case, we needed the focal length to be a little bit narrow. So maybe 100. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. Also, what I want to do is to rotate it a little bit, so it will not just. Oops, sorry. It will not just face the camera, but yeah, something like that. Yeah. Maybe too much. Yep. Sorry for that. Yeah, like that. Okay. Next scene, we need to build out the lighting and the shading system. For this case, I will use 3D light as one of the best, not the best, but I mean like for Houdini, it's quite nice. It's first of all, it's free if you are not including some render tokens to use other machines to render for you. But I've got like a quite decent processor, and it's enough for the basic jobs like this. Yeah. So first, what I need to create is our cyclone for the light to reflect from different sides. Maybe it's too big. Also, the small problem I've got here, I need one day to create a new node. That's what I created before, but I created when I was using RenderMan. And unfortunately, I need to copy paste a different node where I've got 3D light properties. So we got our scene. The next scene, what I want to do, so get material. Yeah. Yeah, let's have some fun firstly with the color, because we'll use the color attribute for our shading system. First, we need to unpack, because right now we've got 45 points, 45 primitives, vertices, and packed fragments. To use attributes that we have inside the geometry, we need firstly to unpack it, so we get access to all these attributes that you can see like here. After it, we will color the group that is called outside. So it's an outside color particle. If I will zoom in, you could clearly see. If I will change the color, for example, to what we have actually here, I think it was pink green. Yeah, like watermelon. Yeah, we got pink outside, so we will use some pinkish, maybe a bit more saturated. Yeah, outside, and we need to put the color in a group inside. Some light green color. So it we need to, yep. You cannot see it for now, but when we will create the shader in a 3D light, uh, yeah, we will use principal shader. Uh, First, we need it for our background. It will be white, and the second we will create for our rubber toy, for our actual geometry. For this, we need to read the attributes from the geometry that it comes to our shading system. That's why we will use this node attribute read. We will use the name CD, that stands for color, and just plug it to eye color. Roughness, we don't need that kind of roughness, and we'll put it here. The one thing that I forgot is to create light, because we don't have a light, and you cannot see anything without a light. I mean, I have downloaded some HDRIs before from Polyhaven, I think, and yeah. So we got our basic light, and we need to create our 3D light viewport render. Actually, only Redshift, I think, and the 3D light have got this viewport render. I mean, of course, you can use Solaris and lots, but I don't want to do it for now. I mean, I'm okay with it at the moment. So yeah, what we've got, yeah, yep, yeah. I cannot understand why it's why the color why we don't have in outside color. We got it like this point. Yes. Oh yeah, I see the problem. So we got outside, and here we should delete outside group. Yep. Maybe we need to get it a little bit lighter. Yeah, yeah, looking good. Maybe a green. We should just change a little bit of this. Oh no, maybe more yellowish. Yeah, something like that. I'm okay with that. And for our HDRI, maybe we can try aerodynamics workshop. No, no. Artist workshop. I remember it's a little bit blue, but let's rotate it. But we can add actually additional light, which will have a little bit of yellowish or warm color inside of it. So, and maybe combination will give us decent result. Let's see. So I will add area light. So for this case, we need to have board render. Yeah. So we will put it just up, just above our figures. So let's see what we get. Maybe a little bit closer, and also let it be a bit bigger. I think 5 by 5 should work. Also, what I usually use and what actually gives a lot of like realistic vibes in my works, I use texture map for all my lights. Like 3 years ago, I have bought this photo studio plates. It's HDRIs for a different type of umbrellas, spotlights, softbox. Yeah, so let's try to use softbox square, and let's see what we get. Yeah, we should maybe, yeah, you can see this like yellowish comes from our HDRI. Okay, let's try just gray. And I think it's too much. Maybe 9. Yeah. You can spot the difference. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Maybe even a little less. Maybe 8. Yeah. Because I don't want hard shadow to be here. And basically, that's all. If you have any question, just comment it. I will reply if I see something from your side. And yeah, thanks a lot for listening. I hope to meet you soon, and cheers.